That blue just looks so sassy with that gold accent. It's gonna look so nice because it's gonna be the same color scheme. We have all gold fixtures for the kitchen and the blue cabinets, and then you're gonna have the white shiplap on the wall. So it is going to be pretty unique and luxurious. I just love the look of this already. The floors also added a perfect touch to the color scheme. It kind of pulls out those blues once you put that on the floor, and so that's going to be so awesome. All right, today guys, we are going to be doing the cabinets. We are finally unboxing our cabinets, and I've been looking forward to this day. Ever since we picked these things up, I've been wanting you guys to see the beautiful color that is on these. It's very much so blue, but it does have some gray undertones, so it's kind of a cool tone gray, grayish blue, and I just love this thing. Now, we are going to be building a kitchenette for the dome, and it is going to be right on the side of this wall in this area here. So as soon as you walk into the dome, you are going to see these beautiful blue cabinets. It's going to be anchored onto this beautiful crisp white shiplap, and the contrast is just going to be so crazy in here, guys. You have all this crisp white, you have this gray liner that is in the entire dome, and then you're gonna have hints of gold as the accent color and these beautiful blue cabinets. I could not be more happier with our decision to put some color in here with the cabinets. Originally, we were thinking about doing the wall in a blue, but once we got the cabinets and the shower pan or liner, which we haven't revealed to you guys yet, you're gonna really be able to see everything come together. So we did decide on leaving the wall white because it's such a statement. It is kind of just blending in with the mini split right here, and I think it just offers a more relaxing vibe in the dome, and that is definitely what we're going for. So these blue cabinets are going to be kind of the pop of color here in the dome, so I'm really excited to see these go in. Are we gonna have to cut them? And of course, it would not be our channel if we didn't have to do some sort of modification to them. So the cabinets are slightly, they don't look too big.
You got the face to go on that.
Oh. I got so happy for a second. I really thought that we were not going to have to cut our cabinets down because it fit like just in there perfectly. But like Eric said, there's still a face that has to go on them. So we're going to have to cut them down a tiny bit. But everything is about modification in this dome. Nothing really works until you make it work. So we are totally customizing these cabinets for this space.
That sucks. Alright, that's fine. I'll just glue it and nail it.
No. Are they for the shelves or no? Oh. Oh, I see. Dang, that would have been a pretty cool, quick system if it was actually to size and we didn't have to cut them. It would have possibly been a easy install. So they all have what seems to be like a cam lock on there, and they won't be able to come off. It seems like it's glued on, especially the other ends of it. And that's kind of sad because it looks like they would have been fairly easy to put together if we didn't have to cut them down. But unfortunately, we're going to have to cut off the portions that have the actual locking system on there. So we're gonna have to just old school it and use some wood glue and some screws or nails, whatever it takes to get this back together. But we can't spend too much time just trying to figure out how we can get them to work in their natural form, because that's not possible. We know that these are gonna need to be cut down. So although I am marveling over them right now and so excited to see them, I do know that they're going to have to get cut down so that they can actually fit in their spots. So we're not going to waste any more time trying to baby or pet these things. We're going to cut them off and get these things up today. So Eric is pretty much covering his saw with this painter's tape just because this is a pretty old saw. This has been rocking for quite a minute. We brought this from Florida, and to prevent the cabinets from being scratched, he is putting this painter's tape on there. So that's actually a little insider tip if you are working with delicate items that you don't want scratched. So I'm really happy to see him doing this because I'm really happy about my cabinets, and I'm going to be pretty pissed if they get messed up. So we're going to be using this table saw to take off about 3 inches of cabinet. And that may not seem like a lot, but we need that 3-inch space so that we can have a walkway here when you walk in. And also so we can get it to sit within this lip of this wall here and have the countertop have some hangover, and also just have it sit back a little bit so it's not like holy cabinet when you walk in. So we're gonna get these cut down and get them in place and get the countertops ordered and make sure that that's going to work out with the whole design that we have going on. Can't wait for this kitchenette to be done because it's going to be so inviting and so homey and so tiny for this space, but it's going to be so awesome. Definitely so far so good. They look pretty clean cut. I was not doubting Eric just because we have been through this many times before, but anytime we are cutting something that is brand new that I love, it is going to scare me a tad bit. So I'm just really excited that they are coming out so straight cut and there's not much to do about them. We will have to figure out how we're going to put them together since we can't use our locking system, but I don't really think that's going to be a big issue because we are DIYers to the T. We will get the job done. Well, that's definitely better. Yep, so you see what that 3-inch basically bought us room to be able to have a countertop that is going to hang over. And also it allows it to sit back quite a bit in this cove. We want it to be very inviting, so we do want them to sit back just a little bit. This is a tiny home and it's also a vacation rental, so it's not something where we're going to have to store so much things on the inside of these cabinets. So we really just want to get this right for the space so it sits and it looks to scale. Of course, once you modify your cabinets and you cut all of the things that was put in place to basically sit it together, you're going to have to try and figure out how you're going to get your cabinets back together and make them sturdy and even better than it's supposed to be. So we're going to use a mix of carpenter's glue and some nails, and we're pretty much gonna get this thing back together. That is a beautiful cabinet. Beautiful. You know, the grooves line up at the bottom. I was gonna say we have like a piece of cabinet left that is going to go over our water heater, but it was definitely well worth it just to have the entire kitchenette area cohesive and making sure that it all looks aesthetically nice when you walk inside the door. So this is what's left of the cabinet, and it basically has a opening on all 4 sides just so it can fit around our water heater. So that's one box down, and we do have to cut the other boxes. Fortunately for us, there won't be a water heater in every cabinet, so we won't have to do all of these extra cuts on the sides. But we're going to see how this fits and move on to the other cabinets. I really want to get this kitchenette in today so we can start shopping for our countertops and just really seeing the place take shape. I cannot wait to be done with the entire place, but first we have to fit the kitchen. So let's see how this works out. So we have the first cabinet in, and It is the one that goes over our water heater, but I'm of course excited about it because I get to see that blue next to the liner, next to that white, and it looks so awesome. There was so much cutting to get this cabinet to work. I'm looking at it like, wow, the things we go through just to get our vision to come to life. But I'm really excited. We're gonna move on to cutting the other boxes down and getting them in place. So we can order our countertop and our tracks for at least the drawers, but we're gonna get the majority of this done today. Here goes the moment of truth, if our measurements were exactly correct, and I think they were. So awesome. Everything looks perfect. All right, so we have everything drilled out for the plumbing and all the hose and everything. So we're just gonna get working on getting the other one in place. That way we can start to fasten them to the walls and pretty much start buttoning up this kitchen. I cannot wait to see the refrigerator in its spot. It has been sitting over here becoming our graveyard of dumping stuff, and I was so afraid of it getting damaged this entire time that we left the plastic on it. So I'm going to be really happy when we get to move that out of here and just eliminate the risk of it getting scratched and damaged. And it is going to go right here in this spot that Eric is measuring out right now. More.
Just readjusted it on. Pulled it. Oh.
So we are adding the fillers to our cabinets, and I'm so happy with the way Eric did this toe kick. He kind of packed it out a bunch just so it can sit just flush out with the countertops, and I really like the look of that. We have the toe kick sitting flush with the cabinet just so that it can pretty much conceal the water heater and also the sides of the fridge. And I actually love this. We've never done this before, And I'm literally thinking this is the new way we're going to do cabinets because I am normally not a fan of having to sweep underneath the cabinets. And I just think this is just such a neater look. So I'm really happy that we ended up having to do it this way. We're going to put some shelves on the inside of here once it's all cleaned out and we do our finishing touches. Guys, we have not purchased the hardware for the cabinets yet, but it's definitely going to be gold to kind of just go with our touch of luxury theme. The light fixture is going to be gold. The faucet and even the sink is going to be gold. So I can't wait to have that touch of just metal and that touch of luxury in the kitchen area. We do have the kind of gold and rattan sconces and the gold and glass nightstands on this side. So that's going to look really nice taking that over into the kitchen. We're pretty much done in here for now. We're going to have to order the tracks for the drawer. Of course, we cut this drawer down, so the one that came with it no longer fits. So pretty much fixtures and countertop and getting our electrical outlets on there once we're ready to paint the walls. And it's coming together so nicely, guys. I love the way the kitchenette turned out, and I could not envision that this would look this nice. We were so like cramped for space, and we were dreading every little thing about this kitchenette. We thought that it would just be too bulky in the front door, and just we doubted the color and everything. But now that it is all together, I'm so happy we made the choices that we did. When this thing is fully done, it is going to be so nice and luxurious looking. I mean, I just can't wait to see the pictures and get this thing posted on Airbnb. I hope our guests love the effort that we put into this thing for them to enjoy their vacation.